With a December snow blanketing much of the Midwest and Northeast, what a perfect time to be in the Sunshine State as we welcome you to TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville, Florida. Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Dallas Cowboys and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The ball on the tee, we're set for football, and off we go from Jacksonville. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Lawrence looking to pass on the first play. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And out across midfield down to the 45.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Lawrence. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. The Jaguars at 9-4 now on the year, and they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence again. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Here's Lawrence to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game. Watching him try to take away that area of the field.
Let's go.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. Finds his tight end Ingram. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a gain of 13, and how about that? They're able to convert on 4th and 10. Boy, that's some kind of effort. When he caught it, I doubted if he could get there. Knew it was going to be close, but credit him. Really good effort.
How about the rack on that play, the run after catch? But most of the time we think of it as just being an open field and picking up yardage. Sometimes you have to be real physical in order to gain the yardage you need for a first down.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
And partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
It's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
They'll run for the first time with Travis Etienne. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. On play action, Lawrence to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up fourth down here.
Up and good for Santoso. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he can next on the field goal line.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Jags, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
I'm pretty sure any quarterback will tell you it's nice to have a tight end that can stretch the field. And how about him right there, working in the heart of the defense, and they connect on a very nice play downfield, a combination of talent and toughness to go into the briar patch.
A first down carry for Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Prescott to throw it. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Now Prescott. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Foyesade American. And the Jaguars will take over here just shy of the 30. And when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
On second down, a run with Etienne. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. The pass complete to Ingram on the crossing route. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Man coverage on the left side, so I really like the design of this play because they opened up the field and brought their tight end the other way on a crossing route. That's a lot of ground to cover if you're a defender. I've been there before, unable to stay with his man there.
Lawrence going to get this to Etienne, and they're going to get this down inside the 20.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. His throw incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap and a give to Etienne. And he'll get this down only to the 18. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And the Cowboys are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the Plague did on the last one.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. Prescott. And going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. We'll see what they have drawn up here a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. third down, it's Prescott. And he's going to be brought down. Back in his own 6-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Here's Brian Anger now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. On the return, here's Agnew. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Well, CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Buying time to his left, and his throw here's incomplete.
Barton, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game, and the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw is Prescott. And he'll just get rid of it.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. So as they take it over, we step aside. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Prescott now. That's into the hands of Tolbert. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
Third and 10 wasn't going to be easy. Now after the holding penalty, they have to deal with a 3rd and 20. Here's Prescott. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. They were in the dime. They had 6 defensive backs there, so Go ahead and throw it. He threw it, and it hurt him.
It's almost thrown into a blanket of coverage, isn't it? You talk about the best defenders you have are the defensive backs. 6 of them on the field. You're almost asking for trouble, and that's exactly what they ran into. Ended up throwing a pick six.
6 defenders and 6 points. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Henry up the middle. And he's got some space here. Derrick Henry all alone. Touchdown, Cowboys. Derrick Henry with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Takes it at the 7. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
On third down, Lawrence. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. Here's Lewis to return. "34 yards on the return. But for a moment, looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Henry out of the pistol. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 92 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7 our score. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Again, it's Henry. Tackle made by Devin Lloyd, the linebacker. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Inside handoff, Henry. And he'll take this one down near the 15. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. Prescott. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through the completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
The kick by Marr is good. And that will knot us up at 10. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And with 40 seconds to go, that's, you'd think, time enough to try to mount a drive should they decide to do so. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Room here to run. And he'll even avoid the contact in the end as he will finally slide to a halt. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Lawrence to throw. This is caught. It's Kirk. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. It's another 1st down as they bite off 23 more on that one.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
And he will find his man on the outside. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up for the 1st and goal.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Travis Etienne as the first half is winding down. And the Jaguars have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point up and good from Santoso. And that makes it a 17-10 score. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this. He's got a man, complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Prescott. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Jags are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But, Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with Lawrence's arm, they may give him a shot to let this thing rip downfield. We'll see. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we hit the halftime break here in Jacksonville with the Jags on top. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with the coach at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. But Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys... And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Jaguars are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. But that one is going to sting. First play of the 3rd quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this 3rd quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Straight ahead, Etienne. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Here's Logan Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing. Prescott. Finding Tolbert here over the middle. That'll go for a gain of 7. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Here's Prescott. On the left side, Gallup's got it. And some space here. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A huge play there on the screen pass. 42 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Running left, it's Henry. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Jaguars 9-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he pushes forward from maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Prescott off play action. And he'll just get rid of it. Well, the difference a week makes. Last week he got 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
On 2nd and 9, Lawrence. Looking middle, and that's complete. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. They go play action with Lawrence. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down.
Like how they've started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack. Lawrence over the middle. He's got his tight end Ingram. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Donovan Wilson that time there on the tackle. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time.
You ready? Hey, hold it.
From the 45 on second down, Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 21. That's Jawan Taylor, the right tackle. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Running out of the gun with Etienne. And some room to maneuver. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 62 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower. That front seven reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing. Slow them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Go, go, go. Hey, box up, box up. Hey, shut.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Slant complete to Etienne. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first.
And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Travis Etienne with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Jags are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point up and good from Santoso. And that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Prescott to throw it. And Matthews makes a grab. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Again to Henry. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. They'll run it again with Henry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That second down play nets a -4.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress
and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. Now Prescott. He is going to find Hill here. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A big gain of 39 on 3rd.
Oftentimes now offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his...
And now here's another interception. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Jags are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Looking to throw, Lawrence. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. Finding space at the 40. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. He's got a man, complete. And he goes down, but not before Gabe is inside the 25. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Etienne up the middle. And he's got this pretty close to a 1st down at the Cowboys' 15-yard line. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Steps away to his left. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. And that'll bring up 4th down on a big sack with a loss of 5.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already.
Let's go. Hey, go.
They're going on 4th down. Lawrence. That's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
That's not going to hurt for Collins as he stopped short of the 10. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards.
But they got off the field on third down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
Desperation time. Prescott on fourth. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Beckham with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jaguars are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this fourth quarter lead. Extra point up and good from Santoso. And the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to... And, my goodness, another interception. And the Jaguars are going to take over at their own 41. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Finds his tight end Ingram. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you can just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the